We get one opportunity to come this way. We get one shot. We got one life to live. Life is too short to make excuses.
What separates legends from the average? What separates the 1% from the rest of this world? I'm convinced that there's somebody listening to me who refuses to stay where they are, who will make the decision to separate yourself from the average, separate yourself from not enough, separate yourself from scarcity and lack and defeat.
We're afraid. We're afraid that if we give our best, the best isn't good enough. We're afraid because we're constantly comparing ourselves to other people. We're afraid that we won't be seen. We're afraid that people will change if we evolve. We're afraid that maybe we'll lose our friends if we began to shift our thinking. And the truth is that the reason why you haven't done it is because you're afraid. How are you so emotionally injured, so mentally drained, so physically fatigued that you have allowed your dream, your destiny to take a back seat to this excuse that you don't have what it takes, that you're not smart enough, that you're not tall enough, that you're not wide enough, that you're not deep enough, that you're not connected enough, that you don't know enough people? You keep comparing yourself to that person and this person. When will the excuses stop? Sometimes it's just you and God, where you got to put the work in alone, and you have to identify your strengths and your weaknesses, and you've got to identify where you are self-sabotaging, and you've got to train your body and your mind, and you've got to stretch, and you've got to push, and you've got to pull, and you've got to leap, and you've got to run, and sometimes you will grow weary. And there will be days when you don't want to get out of bed, when you don't want to eat, you don't have the energy to think, and nobody calls you, and nobody texts you, and nobody checks on you, and very few believe that you will ever come out of this darkness. But you have to believe. Everything must go. And some of you, man, you need to get this mentality that says, man, everything that doesn't serve the vision must go. Everything that does not line up with my level 1 priorities must go. One man wrecking machine. I got stuff to demo. I got stuff that needs to get out of my mind, out of my heart. This is what separates one-hit wonders from history makers. An obsessive focus on the mission. What is your vision? There is a boldness and a fearlessness to take unconventional paths. This is what separates the 1%. Can you do what nobody in your bloodline has ever done before?
And there are rooms I've got to walk into, and there are hands that I have to shake, and there are contracts that I have to sign, and there are deals that I have to close that are going to require me to lose sleep sometimes. And so if I believe in the power of the future, then I got to be willing to get up.
So it's time to get up. Rise and grind, baby. Let's go.
It's your turn. It's your time. You've waited long enough. Opportunity is everywhere. It's right before your eyes. This is the place where your hunger for change changes everything. If you're going to win the fight for your future, you're going to have to prepare your mindset for the workload.
Well, I don't do it like them, and I don't say it like them, and I don't have the money that they have. I don't have the resources that they have. The reason why and so we're just programmed to blame everybody else.
Whatever it is that you're setting out to do is going to require a different version of yourself that comes with a different mentality, a different set of habits, period.
If it's going to happen, you're going to have to eliminate excuses. If you want your future, then keep listening. If you do not want your future, leave the room. If you're going to manifest in your hands what you see in your head, then you got to have the courage, the confidence, the self-belief, and the self-determination to go out every single day and make it happen.
Stop listening to me. Do something else on the internet, because here's the thing. Number one, you're going to have to discover or define in your head what success looks like for you. There are going to be days where you're going to be so inundated with responsibility, and you are going to want to completely let go of the vision, of the dream. And as bad as you want to hold it in your hand, you're going to want to let go of it all and quit.
I don't know your name, but I know you have a dream. I don't know where you're from or where you're listening to me. I don't know where you're going, but I know you are going somewhere. You've got a destination. People that make excuses are not connected to their destination. They don't have an end game. They don't have a goal. I don't know what your story is, but if you will keep a no excuse mentality, then the sky is not your limit. The sky is your starting point. This is an every single day mentality. I never get turned off. Do yourself a favor and dispense with the excuses that you don't have time. Dispense with the excuse that you're not good enough. Dispense with the excuse that too many people are better than me. Drop out of the I tried it last year and it didn't work. No, you didn't work. This is not a I feel like it today. This is not a I'm motivated for a week. This is an every single day mentality. You gotta eat differently. You gotta work differently. You gotta think differently. You gotta talk differently. You gotta walk differently. If you want elevation, if you want next level, if you wanna see this thing differently this year, everything you do has to change. And so there's no excuse, there's no pain that can turn me off. I want this thing every single day.
It's not always about the accomplishment. It's about the effort. If we can just keep the effort going, the excuse is irrelevant. Every single day, somebody's doing something you're not willing to do to secure the future.
You cannot have success without process, without purging, without sacrificing. If all you want is success, you will not have it. Sacrifice is like a currency. It is a bridge to the future. And if you don't get acquainted with sacrifice, then you will never have your future. You will never have what you've aimed for. You will never hit your target. You will never hit your objectives. And so if all you want is the success, if all you want is a trophy, but you don't want a story, a process, if you don't want to be made into something, then you've already missed it. You've already failed. You've already tanked. And so once you get this, everything changes. You cannot have success without process, without purging, without sacrificing.
And so my question to you really is, I know you have your eyes on success, the end game, the trophy, but what conveniences haven't we let go of that have become cancerous to us? If we're honest, we should be able to write out a whole list of things that we're not doing, that we were destined to do, but our forward motion has been halted by something. Destiny is haunting us, breathing down our necks, asking us, when are we going to step forward? Because there's something deep down on the inside of you that knows that you're not where you're supposed to be.
Somebody says, I want to be an engineer. Somebody else says, I want to be an actor. Somebody wants to be a singer, a doctor, a hygienist, an entrepreneur, a hustler, an innovator, a pioneer, a farmer. I don't know what it is that you want to do, but everybody's got something they want to do
Everybody's got something they want to become. Everybody's got somewhere they believe they've been destined to go. And oftentimes we don't hit these targets because we're not considering the cost. Sacrifice is like a currency. It is a bridge to the future. And if you don't get acquainted with sacrifice, then you will never have your future. You will never have what you've aimed for. You will never hit your objectives.
This is the year that I get crystal clear on my values, on my parameters, on my non-negotiables. This is the year that I make an investment in myself. This is the year. This is not the year that I play around with my life. This is not the year that I sit and wait for destiny to hunt me down. I will hunt everything down that belongs to me.
So this is not a Monday through Friday thing. It's a Monday through Monday thing. Every single day, I'm beating on my craft. Every single day, I'm looking to become more than I was yesterday. I am not in competition with anybody. The hustler says the only person I am competing with is who I used to be yesterday. You may not have been born with natural talent, but you can put work in and build a skill set. You can beat on your craft every single day. Put the hours in. No days off mentality. There are some things that you love too much. There's some people that you've kept in your life. They are toxic. They add no value. They are no longer serving your vision. And so you got to begin to comb through your life and discover what's serving my vision. I've got a vision, I've got a destiny, I've got places to go, I've got people to see, I've got tables to sit at, I've got rooms to walk in.
You've got work to do. You've got a destiny to fulfill. You've got a purpose to walk into. You've got a test to pass. You've got dots to connect, rooms to walk in, stages to stand on, and tables to sit down at. We all want to do something. We all want to be somebody. We all want to go somewhere. And if these things are going to happen, we've got to stop habitually gravitating to excuse.
We get one opportunity to come this way. We get one shot. We got one life to live. Life is too short to make excuses.
You got one life to live. It's time to get it done.
And this is a very simple but powerful truth. But oftentimes it is not easy. Stop waiting for the conditions to be perfect. They're never going to be perfect.
You're not going to always feel like it. You're not going to always see it. You're not going to always have a resource. You're not going to always have a handout.
The question is,
how bad do you want this? How bad do you want this?
are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to let go of some things? Are you willing to put the work in? Are you ready to be consistent? Are you tired of this version of yourself? The prize goes to the hardest worker in the room. If you can hear my voice, if you are tired of where you are, if you are tired of not hitting your targets, if you are tired of not being aimed and intentional and assertive, if you can hear my voice, I'm just wondering if you are bold enough, daring enough, if your faith is outrageous enough to take a chance on yourself. Stop waiting to feel like it. Stop waiting until you see it. Stop waiting for somebody to come and save you. Nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody's coming with the resource. Nobody's gonna be able to pull you out of the murky water, out of this muddy, bloody, painful, miserable place that you're in. You're gonna have to make up your mind. Enough is enough. I'm getting out of this place, and I got stuff to do. I've got assignments to finish. I've got a destiny to fulfill. It's time to listen. It's time to focus. Man, let's go. It's time.
And so the reason why you don't have what it is that you see, the reason why what's in your head is not in your hands, it's not your reality, is because your perspective opposes your potential. You don't have it because you don't see the value in it. If you are going to give and grow and evolve and attain and become, everything rises and falls on your viewpoint. Perspective is everything. Let's go. I need you to hear me loud and clear. How you see this thing is everything. You cannot change the past, but you can change your perspective about it. Your viewpoint is your advantage. Your viewpoint is what changes the game.
What haven't you been able to accomplish? Is it financial? Is it relational? Is it your health? Is it mental? Is it spiritual? What has stopped you? What has haunted you? Why are you losing sleep over it? Energy flows where focus goes. So what are you focused on? The problem with many of you is that you're focused on your fears. You're focused on the risk more than you are the reward. You're focused on the pain of the process more than you are the glory on the other side. All roads lead back to what you're focusing on and who you're listening to. You're listening to the wrong people. You're listening to the wrong voices. You are subscribed to the wrong programs of thinking. And so if you haven't been able to get it done, today marks the first day of the best days of your life. I'm talking to you, the person that there's been this insurmountable feat, this giant in your face.
The trial, the tribulation, the adversity, the giant is not your assassin. The giant is your opportunity.
So where focus goes, energy flows. It's time to pull that energy from fear. Pull that energy away from doubt, out of anxiety, out of insecurity, out of competition and comparison. If you're gonna get it done, I need you to listen and focus.
Are you gonna complain in the face of conflict, or are you gonna seize the opportunity?
You have not been able to get it done because you're carrying so much weight from the past. You don't feel like it. But newsflash, at the end of the day, you can listen to 1,000,000 motivational speeches, but you are going to have to wake up and make a decision to get it done. The problem with many of you is that you're not tired enough. Put your blinders on, straighten up your back, get over the pain, get over the trauma, get over the betrayal, get over who left you, get over who lied on you, get over it. If you're gonna get it done, you've gotta get over it. Release the pain, release the unforgiveness, release the fear. You have everything you need to get started. Stop waiting for the weather to change in your life. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Stop waiting for a handout. Stop waiting for everybody to believe in you and cheer for you and affirm you. Stand in a mirror and tell yourself, I've got a destiny to fulfill. Get it done. Let the world reject you. Let the world close doors on you. Let the world tell you no. I'm just wondering, can you dig deep inside yourself? The future belongs to the hardest worker in the room. A wise man once said, it's always impossible until it's done. So get it done. When you wake up, life will knock you in the mouth. It's time to hit back. You've been beaten, you've been battered, you've been broken, you've been betrayed, you've been lied on. It's time to hit back. Life knocked you in the mouth years ago and you haven't hit back yet. Get in the ring and hit back. You hit back with determination. You hit back with focus. You hit back when you listen. You hit back when you obey what is right. You hit back when you are disciplined. You hit back with resilience. Life has hit you too many times. It's time to get up and hit back.
It's hit back season. Life has hit you and put you flat on your back. Get up and tell every hater, tell every doubter, tell every manipulator, tell every liar, everybody that told you it wasn't possible. Every time life knocked you in the mouth, puts you flat on your back, it's hit back season. Get up and hit back. Tell everybody you're coming for everything God has destined you to have. There are people who are dead and gone, and they will never be seen again on the face of this earth. You are here and alive today. Seize the opportunity.
It's the start that stops most people. Start now.
We all have those moments when we want to quit, when we want to throw in a towel, where we don't see the end game and the target is not clear. And we want to travel down the road of least resistance because it's in our nature to be attracted to what is convenient, what is familiar, what is ordinary. But if you're listening to me, then you're already walking in a competitive advantage because you have a hunger and you have a desire to listen to something that's going to personally develop you and get you to a place that you've never been. And so if you can hear my voice, it's time to stretch. It's time to press. It's your time, it's your turn to reach higher, to leap farther, to run faster, to try again.
I need you to bottle that up because it's that feeling right there that's going to move you when you don't feel like moving. It's that feeling right there that's going to get you up when you don't feel like getting up. I need you to do yourself a huge favor and adopt the mindset that you are going to get 1% better each and every day. And don't stop until you proud of yourself. And don't stop until your mama is proud of you. And don't stop until your daddy is proud of you. And don't stop until your professor is proud of you. And everybody in their family is proud of you.
Someday, at some point in your life, you're gonna be able to look back and say, man, I'm so glad I didn't quit.
1% better every day. Let 1% turn into 2%, 2% turn into 3%, 4% turn into 5%, 5% turn into 10%, 10% turn into 20%, and you keep going and going and going and let that compound and watch. You will have a billionaire's mindset. You will live like others can't live. You'll be able to do what others can't do.
Somebody somewhere believes in you, even if they're not close to you. Somebody is rooting for you to keep going. Somebody is hoping that you don't quit. They are believing that you will be the difference maker, the game changer in your family. You don't have what it takes. There is more left in your tank. Your future is worth fighting for. The moves that you are making are going to impact the lives of so many people that are depending on you to continue. So you got this. You can't quit.
We think the results are the thing that needs to change, but it's actually the process behind the results. Like, what is the difference between eating a burger and fries for lunch or eating a salad? Not a whole lot on any given day. Your body looks basically the same in the mirror. The scale hasn't really changed. It's really easy to dismiss it in your mind and say, oh, this is kind of insignificant. But, you know, you turn around 2 or 5 or 10 years later and you realize, oh wow, those daily choices really did add up. It's just much harder to see on a granular basis. The cost of your good habits is in the present, and the cost of your bad habits is in the future. And the fact that we prioritize the present over the future ends up making a lot of habit change difficult for that reason.
Maybe you can make an adjustment. Sometimes we got to make adjustments. Sometimes we need to rest, recover, and recharge so we can try again.
Success isn't overnight. It's when every day you get just a little bit better than you were the day before. I promise. No. I guarantee. All of the wins add up. And that adds up to you living the life of your dreams. That adds up to you arriving at your desired destination of next level greatness.
Keep striving. We've got to get into this pace of grace where we are pacing ourselves and we're honoring our journey and we're honoring the people that have been planted in our lives. We're taking a scrupulous investigative approach to our friends and our places and our acquaintances and our associates and our collaborations and everything that we're listening to and everywhere we are going and what we are building. And let me tell you something you already know. There are enough people who have not believed in you. There are enough people who have walked away from you. There are enough people who told you you don't have what it takes, you don't measure up, you will not finish. Don't be the weapon that is formed against you. There are enough people that are counting you out. There are enough people that are saying you can't finish. Do not join them. It doesn't matter how broken, how weary and devastated you are right now. That pain will not last forever. At some point, it will subside. And when it does, discipline, resilience, fire, passion, power will take its place. So keep going because it's all worth it.
You are strong enough to shut down those negative voices each and every time they attack you. You are strong enough to shut down that negative thought process each and every time it attacks you. So the question is, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer is, one bite at a time. So the question is, how do you win in your game of life? And the answer is 1% better each and every day. You just gotta keep compounding those wins to get busy living, while so many others made the choice to get busy giving up. That's exactly why they can't live up to your standards. You set your bar high, and if anybody wants to be on your level, you don't reach down and grab them. You make them climb up and meet you. Your mindset is elevation. Your mindset is graduation. Your mindset is high plateau. Your mindset is next level living. And that means you're giving every ounce of your soul 1% better each and every day.
So don't make a decision today that you will regret in a year or two. Don't be fooled by the way things appear. The truth is that even when it feels like nothing is happening, the seeds that you've sown over the last few years are still working for you. All of the sacrifices that you made up until this point are not in vain. So this is not the time to focus on what you don't have. What you do have.
See, the victory mindset surrounds itself with good energy and wins the daily personal battles and never lets itself become its own worst enemy. Sometimes it's us that stops us from going to the next level. Sometimes it's you that stops you from going to the next level. See, you get to choose. Because your mindset was set to refuse to lose. Your mindset was I will win. Your mindset was 1% better each and every day. And don't stop until I'm proud. Don't stop until my family's proud. Don't stop until I'm generating generational wealth. Don't stop until everybody around me is winning. See, the resilient mindset never gives in or concedes. It makes the necessary adjustments and then executes the new plan until it succeeds. I just need you to celebrate the small wins along the way. Always strive to be better. Go all in every day and be better than you were yesterday. And if that's your mission, if that's your mindset, if that's your mantra, you can't help but dominate each and every day of your life. I get it. There will be moments when the Spirit ain't moving you. There will be moments when the Spirit ain't lifting you. There will be moments when you simply don't feel like doing what you know you need to do. But that's when you rewind this back and go back about 3 minutes ago, because you got something bottled up, because you've done this before. And I need you to open that top on that bottle and pop that pill of greatness and do it anyway.
I know you're tired. I know you're ready to quit. I know what it feels like to be exasperated and so beat down that you can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel anymore. And if it showed up, you would ignore it. I know what that feels like. But if you get blessed to see another day, then you better scorch the earth with that beautiful light. It is in our nature to be very disempowering, pessimistic, negative people. I need you to wake up in this new day, in this moment, and seize the opportunity. You are alive for a reason in the end. If you're going to be fully persuaded about anything, persuade yourself to keep going. And the more that you influence you will influence the world. So keep going until you have won some small victory for humanity.
The lifestyle you want is within reach. You just have to commit to being committed. You've got to decide that nothing will stop you, not even your doubts or your fears. The discomfort is temporary, but the skills, the knowledge, and the habits that you are developing right now will continue to pay off.
You got a choice to make, my friend. Survival mode or thrival mode. It all starts with the mindset. It all starts with the grind set. It all starts with you just simply saying, I'm gonna be better than I was yesterday. It all starts with you simply saying 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%. You keep counting each and every day and celebrate the small wins along the way. They wanna see you lose. I wanna see you win. What do you want though?
If all you want is success, you will not have it. And so if all you want is the success, if all you want is a trophy, but you don't want a story, a process, if you don't want to be made into something, then you've already missed it. You've already failed. You've already tanked. And so once you get this, everything changes. What have been the biggest obstacles in your life? What has stopped you? What has hindered you? What has provoked you to get lazy?
When life pushed you down, when everybody said you are not enough, when you told yourself, I quit because I can't finish, and you got back up the next day and kept going.
Sacrifice is going to have to become your companion and no longer your enemy. Too many of you think sacrifice is your enemy. Sacrifice is a curse word. Sacrifice is bad. I don't want to sacrifice. Well, guess what? You cannot have success without process, without sacrificing. You cannot have it.
If all you see is success, then you've missed the entire moment. Because it is the journey, it is the grit, it is the grind, it's the prayers that you pray, it's the tears that you have cried, it's the rejection that you've had to take on your back. And so we all know these things that we've got to sacrifice oftentimes. Sometimes it's sleep, sometimes it's your relationship, sometimes it's those urges that we might get, and we got to sacrifice those urges, we got to sacrifice. Is it fear that we need to let go of? Is it unnecessary stress? Come on, is it those unidentified triggers? What is it? What hobbies do I need to let go of? What people do I need to let go of? What opinions of people do I need to let go of? What's wasting my time?
And so when sacrifice becomes your companion, it is only then that we can begin to step into the process of what is required to climb mountains. Everybody wants to get to the top of the mountain, but nobody wants to climb. Sacrifice is going to build me. Sacrifice is going to prepare me. I'm going to be equipped. I'm going to be conditioned. Destiny is haunting us, breathing down our necks, asking us, when are we going to step forward?
When am I gonna march into this thing? Michael Jordan has a $2 billion net worth. That's beautiful. But what was the cost for all of that? How did he win games? How did he win championships? How hard did he practice? How crazy was his faith? How many vacations did Michael Jordan have to turn down? How many parties did he have to walk out of? How many people had to be amputated out of his life? Everybody wants to celebrate the $2 billion evaluation of his enterprise, but it came at a cost. It came with some sleepless nights. It came with some long practices. It came with a lot of no's. No, I can't do the party. No, I'm not gonna do the drinking. No, I'm not connecting with them. No, I don't need that circle. No, it came with a lot of no's. It came with a lot of sacrifice. It comes with a lot of rejecting. It comes with a lot of awareness of what is not serving the vision. Had a temperature of over 100 degrees and won the game over the Jazz in 95, a champion. But he sacrificed comfort. He sacrificed convenience. He had to sacrifice and reject the voices in his head that said, you're crazy, you're sick, you need to rest, you need to sit down. If I'm going to seek success, I've got to define what sacrifices are required in order to step into it. I cannot have it. I will not see it until I've counted up the cost. You'll find yourself connected to 100 people that think they know what you should be doing to get where you're supposed to be. And so I've got to begin to shut the mouths of the people that don't know the cost, the price that I have to pay. You may have paid that, but I may not have to pay that price. I can learn from your mistakes. I don't have to fall down the same ditches you fell down. I don't have to flop down the same stairs you flopped down. That's your price. That's your cost. I've got another way. I've got a different mentality. I just may be a little bit more creative than you. I just may be a little bit more innovative. I just may have more faith than you. I don't have to fall like you fell. I don't have to hurt like you hurt. I can look up and get up. When did you get to the point where you snapped so easily? When you let go so easily? When you gave up so easily? I know what it's like to feel like if I keep going, I'm going to waste my time. We all get to this point in our life where we ask ourselves the question, what have I held on to that should have been amputated? All of us are holding on to something that is familiar and we are comfortable, and it has become our paradigm, our pattern, our way of life. And if we're honest, we can't see ourselves without this thing. I don't know what it is for you. Everybody's got a different thing, person, place, something that needs to be amputated out of our life, cut off, that's no longer serving us. And so my question to you really is, I know you have your eyes on success, the end game, the trophy, but what conveniences haven't we let go of that have become cancerous to us? If we're honest, we should be able to write out a whole list of things that we're not doing, that we were destined to do, but our forward motion has been halted by something. Are you willing to confess to yourself, what haven't you been willing to surrender? Why is it that you think what's killing you is helping you? You're bleeding out. You're directionless. You don't even have an idea where you are. And you're so comfortable, yet you're so annoyed because there's something deep down on the inside of you that knows that you're not where you're supposed to be. And so now we've got to start talking about the things that we need to sacrifice. What is it that needs to be amputated? That I thought was assigned to be an aid to me. That I thought was a help. That I thought was an assignment is actually my assassin. It's the things in our life that we think are helping us, that we're assigned to, that are oftentimes assigned to kill us. What have you clinged to that should have been amputated years ago? I don't know what it is. You know, I don't have to know. You need to know. Is it laziness? Is it procrastination? Is it ego? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it rejection? Is it abandonment? Is it just pain? I mean, what is it? What is it? Why? Haven't you been able to succeed in specific areas that you've set out to conquer, that you've set out to dominate, that you've set out to be the best? Why is it that you haven't been able to succeed? Why? Ask yourself these questions. And what haven't you been willing to sacrifice? We all know the list. There's no time to get amnesia now. We all know the list of things we gotta sacrifice. Are we gonna have immediate gratification and long-term dysfunction? Or are we gonna have long-term gratification and short-term discomfort?
Here's the thing. If you want your future, then keep listening. There are going to be days where you're going to be so inundated with responsibility and you are going to want to completely let go of the vision, of the dream. And as bad as you want to hold it in your hand, you're going to want to let go of it all and quit. And I don't care if you have to listen to me 10,000 times. If you have to listen to this in your sleep, write it down, read it every day until the dream becomes a reality. This is the power of discipline. The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but it is he that endures to the end. They say that discipline is doing what you hate like you love it. For some of you, it might be reading. For some of you, it might be exercising. I don't know what it is that you hate, but do it like you love it and do it daily. In order to understand discipline, discipline is revealed in our daily routines and rituals. Discipline unfolds. If you want your future, you have to cross the bridge of discipline. If you want to get out of the room of ordinary, you have to go through the door of discipline. If you want to dig yourself out of murky, muddy water, if you want to claw your way to the top, you are going to have to climb the wall of discipline. There is no other way. I need you to tell yourself right now, there is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. The future belongs to the discipline. Discipline is found in our daily routine, our daily rituals. You may use discipline on occasion, but you're not disciplined. And there's a difference between having discipline and being disciplined. When you have discipline, you're selective. When you have discipline, you're conditional. It depends on how you feel. When you are disciplined, how you do anything is how you do everything, and everything you do, you show up at 1,000%. Everything you do, you execute with a spirit of excellence. That's what discipline looks like. Seize the moment. Lean into now. See the power, the beauty, the brilliance, the privilege in now. There are people who are dead and gone and they will never be back. And if they could come back, they would kill to live your now. So be thankful for now. Love your now. Number one, you're going to have to discover or define in your head what success looks like for you. Because success is not completely wrapped up in what your mom thinks or what your dad thinks or what anybody else thinks. Success is wrapped up in this truth. What do you believe you are destined to become? What do you believe you are destined to do? So you need to get crystal clear on what that looks like for you. Because it may not look like it did for your sister, your brother, your mom, your auntie, your uncle. What does it look like for you? Define it. Some of us don't have a defined purpose. And this is why everything we do is random. This is why you can waste 2 hours on the internet doing nothing. This is why you waste time, because our purpose is not defined. Our future, we're not crystal clear on our future. Once we discover and we define what does success look like for me, what does the future look like for me, once we're crystal clear on that, we got to discover, we got to define, we got to get dedicated, we got to do those things that we hate like we love it. A wise man once said, conquer yourself. This is wrapped up in dedication. We have to get dedicated. Conquer yourself. Once you've unlocked those daily routines, those daily rituals that you stay committed to, the game's gonna change. The only way you're gonna get dedicated is if you eliminate all distractions. And you gotta be so dedicated that every distraction gets blocked out. You gotta learn how to turn your phone off, turn the technology off. When the speech is over, when the moment is done, when the song and the dance has ended, you gotta learn how to eliminate all distractions. Who are you with? That is a distraction. Where do you go? That is a distraction. So there's who's and there's what's and there's where's that are distractions in our life, and we have to identify them and eliminate them. This is the only way we stay dedicated. Look, go find a mirror and look in that mirror and say, motivated, dedicated, motivated, dedicated. So we discover, we define, we dedicate ourselves. We do what we hate like we love it. We conquer ourselves. We identify and eliminate all distractions. And so now you're gonna have to have some perseverance. We talk about perseverance, we're talking about persistent, we're talking about pressing and pushing towards something despite difficulty, despite delay, despite distractions, despite the doubters, despite the naysayers. This is somebody who perseveres, who has an unwavering tenacity to achieve what it is that they see in their head. You gotta learn to love where you are. Disciplined people are people that have an aim. They have a target. But they are also a people that understand the beauty, the brilliance, and the power of now. You gotta learn to love now. When we talk about being disciplined, it is somebody that has an objective. Yes, it is somebody that has an end game, a goal, an aim, a target. But a disciplined man or woman learns to love now. You may not be there, but you love who you are becoming. You enjoy, you enthusiastically engage in the everyday grind, and you love the lessons that you're learning. You may not be there yet. It's still in sight, it's still on the horizon, but you are ecstatic and elated about the lessons you are learning on a daily basis. You gotta love the fact that you may be a D, a F, or a C student, and you know you were designed to be an A+ student, but you gotta learn to love yourself right where you are. You may not have it yet, you may not see it all yet, you may not have the full support system, you may not even understand completely where God wants to take you. But if you would just love your now, this comes with gratitude, appreciation, a heart of thanksgiving. For now, hear truth. You will never be here again. The age that you are, the place where you are, the connections that you have, this very moment, we will never be here again. Seize the moment. If I were to give you one last piece of advice, remember this last point. Now that you're crystal clear on where you're going, who you believe you've been destined to become, what you believe you've been destined to do, you need to fix your eyes on somebody who's already done it. And so you've got to be surrounded by a multitude of counsel and mentors and coaches and people that will provoke you and agitate you to greatness. And so if all of your friends are beneath you, if you're the smartest person in the room, you've already lost. If majority of your network is a distraction, you're bankrupt. If everybody's language is you work too hard, you read too much, you care too much, you're doing too much, it doesn't take all that. Your relationship landscape is bankrupt. It's time to get out of debt. It's time to get out of debt. Eliminate distractions. Love your now.
Talent does not win championships. Work ethic does. We watch those who work. We're motivated by those who work, but we never put in the work. And so if there's anything that's broken in you, 9 times out of 10, it is the law of application.
it's not really ringing true in your heart. You're still in your feelings, you're still in your emotions, you're still locked in your paradigm of preferences. And the moment that you break free and stop doing what you feel like doing and do what you must do to get the job done, and at that point only will you be able to see the future. The future is going to cost you everything. Mr. X is whatever success looks like for you. Mr. X is a portrait, a picture, an example of whatever it is success means to you. And I want to be the first to tell you, if you didn't know, the elevator doesn't go to the top. You cannot take the elevator to the top. You might get to the 20th floor, you might get to the 30th floor, but you're not going to get to the 40th floor or whatever floor your success is on taking the elevator. At some point in time, you're going to have to take the stairs. And so the moment that you start to take the stairs, boom, that's when the adversity hits. You got to be willing to take some no's. You have to be willing to get rejected. You have to be willing for people to lie on you. You have to be willing to be dragged through the mud and through murky water. You can't take the elevator to the top. At some point, you got to take the stairs. And when you take the stairs, you're going to learn a lesson that the elevator could never teach you. Rejection does something to you. Hardship does something to you. Conflict does something to you. The elevator can't teach you the lesson that the stairwell teaches you. But I bet you this, by the time you get to that 40th floor, by the time you shake the hand of Mr. X, you will be prepared to sustain what you worked for. Everybody always talks about getting to the top. Everybody always talks about going after their dream. But nobody talks about retention, and the work that is required not only to get there, but to stay there and go to the next level. And so the mentality you're going to have if you're going to win, if you're going to conquer your day, conquer your week, if you're going to win the year, I need you to remember that talent does not win championships, work ethic does. Here's the mentality you're gonna need. That nobody's gonna outwork you. I'm sorry, I love you, but you're not gonna outwork me. I'm with you, but you're not gonna outwork me. We're connected, but you're not gonna outwork me. We can dream together, we can lean in together, but you're not gonna outwork me. We may be in the same class, but you're not gonna outwork me. Number one, I need you to have the made up and fully persuaded mind that nobody is going to outwork you. Stop sitting around moping and complaining and waiting for somebody to connect the dots for you. Put the work in and take the stairs to the top. Ask yourself the question, what are you known for? I need you to become notorious for service, notorious for work ethic, notorious for finishing what you start. You got to be willing to lose sleep to go after this dream. You have to be willing to lose sleep to graduate. You have to be willing to lose sleep to pass the exam. I need you to have a whatever it takes mentality. If you want to win, you're going to have to get upset sometimes. And I'm not talking about a non-productive anger. I'm talking about a massively productive disappointment. You're going to have to get disappointed sometimes with where you are. This is what I like to call proactive disappointment. I'm upset with where I am. I'm upset with what I have not accomplished. I'm upset at every time I've allowed myself to be distracted. Get upset. Get disappointed with yourself. You're upset with the moments in your life where you allowed yourself to sink into depression, where you allowed yourself to become distracted. Get upset. Get flat out mad about where you are. Don't get mad to quit. Get mad to keep going. That's the problem, is that you have to rewire and redirect your anger. I'm not going to be upset and quit. I'm going to get mad and stay in it. From this moment on, I need you to give it everything you have. Show up and play at the highest level of yourself every single time. If you're going to put the work in, if you're going to give it everything you have, all the blood, all the sweat, all the tears, give it 1,000%. This is the only way you are going to make it to the top. You're going to have stairs called confusion. You're going to have stairs called rejection. You're going to have stairs called misunderstanding. But keep climbing. You're
gonna have sabotage and betrayal, and people are gonna lie to you, and people are gonna give up on you, and people are gonna write you off. Listen to me. Before you get to the 40th floor, people will write you off. People will count you out. But I need you to climb every stair, every obstacle that stands in your way, because when you get to the top, you're gonna meet Mr. X. And after you meet that X, it's gonna be another X. Whatever your X is, define your X. You gotta be willing to be punctual. You have to be disciplined. You gotta be the first to get there and the last to leave. You have to invest your time wisely. I need you to maintain a balanced lifestyle. You have to develop a hunger for mentorship. You need to develop a hunger for wisdom. You need to develop a thirst for correction and constructive analysis. You need to stop having a problem with being corrected. So my budget for empowerment and education must exceed my budget for entertainment. You may be discouraged, but work. You may be tired, but work. You may be overwhelmed, but work. People may have doubted you. People may have written you off, but work. You may not feel qualified, but work. You may feel underestimated, overlooked, and undervalued, but work. If you want to win, you have to work. You gotta work with tears in your eyes. You gotta work when nobody understands why you're working so hard. You gotta work when you don't feel like it. And one of the things I need you to do from this moment forward is to get out of your feelings. Because if you only work when you feel like it, you won't get much done. Destiny is not about how you feel. Destiny is what you're called to do. It's what you are anointed to do. It's what you are assigned to do. It is an appointment that none of us can afford to miss. Accept the fact, whatever you're going to accomplish, it is going to require hard work.